How do we have an overall monetary goal, but smaller goals that are process oriented? And Garrett kind of continues to say, he asked this because to make money, because we are in this to make money. And I've tried not to set monetary goals to avoid pressure and being focused on the wrong things, which is a very, very common thing, right? Which I think is mistaken. You'll hear that soon. But I found that without some kind of monetary goal, I lack structure and would trade too long during the day and give back money instead of booking wins and having daily set amounts to stop trading. And I was scared that if I set a daily goal, I would miss out and stop on days that I could have made much more. However, I am just starting out and need to build confidence and bankroll. So again, I think shying away from setting monetary goals expresses a weakness. That does not mean that it is weak to not do it. Okay, be very, very clear. What it means is that if you are not setting results-oriented goals, monetary goals, it means that you're probably trying to escape a little bit of what Garrett is describing, right? Maybe some overconfidence can come when you're achieving a lot of money, or when you're making a lot of money, or a loss of confidence can come when you're short of it. You can add pressure and stress and anger, right? You can add that emotional volatility. And of course, you can become overly attached to your results too. So when you don't have those results-oriented goals, there's not as much for your process to attach to. And I think it's important that is very, very clear that you have those results-oriented goals. Now, we're talking about money here, and I know I kind of said two things, but no, you don't have to have monetary goals. That there's not weakness if you don't, but you need to have results-oriented goals that you feel very strongly to, that can be process-oriented, like the one I mentioned. So, but to answer Garrett's question, it is important to lock up confidence and lock up motivation, right? And not have yourself be kind of continually undercut. So it is okay to, have those days where you hit your target and call it a day. Now, is that what you want in the long term? No, but, depending on where you're at, especially if, confidence is an issue, or motivation is an issue, or discipline issues are an issue, or anger, right? Again, if we're going to recognize that weakness can exist, it's okay to use crutches in the short term while you're building skill, building the muscle to be able to trade the way you want to. So how do you do it? It sounds like you did it. I think it's not overly complicated, right? Just set something that's reasonable, go out and do it, and have that be okay. Maybe the problems that you will likely face may be that there may be more tension in how you feel at the end of those days when you've kind of locked up profit and see that there's more that you could have made. You might need to do mental hand histories to kind of break through and work through that. But, again, there's no perfection here, right? There's no end game to the mental game. That's why it is a game.